How's it going, everybody? The Seer here, and we are in a round 3 matchup for Cosmic Crucible. Today we are going against Poo or Popo. I really don't want to butcher that name, so I probably won't be attempting to say that name again, so I do apologize for that. Now this matchup is very important for us as we do want to get that victory. We're currently 1-1, and if we end up going 1-2, that's going to be back-to-back weeks, and we really want to get that momentum going into that final 2 weeks of the season. So we will be trying our best. Hopefully our defense holds up and we don't make any mistakes. Let's go ahead and check out my opponent's TCP and defense to see what we're going against today. My opponent's TCP is 114 million power, so this is going to be about a 15 million punch up. Nothing too crazy, however, I don't want to underestimate my opponent. I will be leaning into my defense a little bit today, mainly because I've been getting about 3 to 4 defensive victories, so if I can plan for that many sacks or losses, I should be okay. Any more than that, then I might be in trouble today. For stage 1, we have the 3-piece X-Treme X-Men with Rogue and Dorm. For stage 2, we have the Spider Society with Mephisto and Gladiator. Gladiator is a pretty nice touch to put that pre-taunt in there. For stage 3, we have the Infinity Watch. For stage 4, we have the 2-piece Mercs for Money and Panda Pool and Old Man Logan. We have a Phoenix, Spider-Man Noir, and Sasquatch. For stage 5, we have the Hive Mind with Black Knight. And for stage 6, we have the Darkhold with Daken. We're going to start by going against the Spider Society with Mephisto and Gladiator. I know I'm going to be doing the double sack here, and then I have something where I can actually do the one-shot on this, and then we can see what we have left for the other rooms. For stack number 2, we are going to be using our Infinity Watch. They're usually durable enough to where they can actually take a few hits and try to pull a few abilities. Once this stack is done, we're going to go in and try to clear the room. For attack number 3, we are going to be using our full Superior 6 team. Because of that pre-taunt in Gladiator, I didn't want to risk trying to use a different team, so I'm just going to use my Superior 6 today. Lizard will be going first for our team. We're going to start by using the ultimate to try to pull off as many buffs that we can. Now Penny was able to resist some of that, so she was able to keep a few of her buffs. Green Goblin Classic will be going next, and I'm going to be using the ultimate that's going to put trauma into some negative effects out there, and do a nice turn Meter Rewind. For Kraven's turn, because I'm stuck behind the Gladiator, I opted to use the ultimate. Doc Ock ends up using the ultimate as well to extend all those negative effects. and Spider Slayer will be using the special. I want to try to get a nice AoE hit out there. For Lizard's turn, I do end up using the special into the Gladiator, mainly because of the adjacent Peter B. Parker. Green Goblin Classic is back up. I end up using the special into the Gladiator. I do a nice turn meter rewind, and the Striker hit does some pretty good damage as well. Now here Mephisto is able to take his turn, and he does use the ultimate on us. However, we are able to take that pretty good. The counterattacks did some pretty good damage and was able to kill Mephisto as well. The retaliate from the Green Goblin Classic ping was able to take out the Gladiator, Penny was able to bleed out, and Spider Slayer uses the ultimate on Peter B. Parker, and we did get the clear on this. For Stage 4, we will be using the Cabal with Vulture and Zombie Juggernaut. This should be able to take out the Old Man Logan team pretty well. We will be stuck behind the taunt of Sasquatch, but we should be able to get a nice crit on him with Vulture, and hopefully the Cabal team will start rolling. Because of the placement here and Old Man Logan not being behind the Sasquatch, we do end up using the special from Vulture into Sasquatch, and we were able to get that crit. Iron Patriot ends up doing the special, and we were able to kill the Sasquatch. Namor ends up using the special into the Old Man Logan, and that was able to kill Old Man Logan and Phoenix, and also took 1 life off the Spider-Man Noir. Vulture does the basic into the Spider-Man Noir, and now it's the full team versus the Panda Pool. This is a very easy cleanup after that. For Stage 5, we're going to be doing a sack into this, that way we don't have to worry about the retaliates from the Black Knight. So we're going to go in with our Bifrost team, burn a few abilities, and then we're going to go in and clean this up. For the cleanup, we will be using the new warriors. The Gwenpool should be able to flip the positive effects off of the Black Knight, and then from there we should get some pretty good control and rewinds. Gwenpool will be going first, and we do use the special into the Black Knight. Now we were able to get off the taunt, however the immunity and the defense up is still on him. Firestar ends up using the ultimate into the Gwenom, so we are able to do a turn meter rewind on the Void Knight and the Red Goblin. Deathpool uses the special into the Gwenom to spread those negative effects as well. Dagger ends up using the special into the Black Knight, and that does chain all the way across. Gwenpool does end up using the ultimate into that Black Knight. We didn't get any permakills, however Void Knight was able to bleed out, and then the pings start coming from the Deathpool. Now it's the full team versus the Black Knight. Firestar uses the special into him. Because the ability block with Deathpool, I do have to use the basic into him. Dagger ends up using the ultimate into the Black Knight. And here the Black Knight is able to get his ultimate off. That did some pretty significant damage to me, however we should be okay. Since Deathpool's turn comes up, we use the ultimate on him, and we do get that one shot. For Stage 1, I'm going to bring my Masters of Evil with Nova and Black Cat. Now I do end up making a mistake by bringing Black Cat into this matchup. What I was going for was her passive to clear those revive onces because of the Dorm. However, because of those evades that this team has, I'm not able to do that, so this match becomes a lot more difficult than it should be. So here you could see the revive once this goes on, and they end up doing that evade, so I wasn't able to peel any of those revive onces off of this team, so that is going to cause an issue. Kang does end up going first here, and I use the special into the Dorm to put slow on the Nightcrawler and the Gambit. Titania does the ultimate into the Rogue, so we do get the Disrupt on her, along with the ability block, but the ability block's going to get cleared anyways. For Moonstone's turn, I do end up doing the special, so I can get the Trauma Stun on the Nightcrawler. And this is another mistake that ends up happening. Because of those evades, the special is not unavoidable, so I do end up using that into the Nightcrawler. What I should have done is still use it into the Rogues, that way it chains across and I can peel some of those evades off. Nova does the special into the Forge, and again, that's not unavoidable, so that did get evaded. Rogue ends up using the special into the King, and now things start going bad for me. Here I already lost the Moonstone. Dorm does the special to put the Trauma Stun on the Nova, so I end up backing out. Because the Black Cat didn't work, I'm going to bring my Apocalypse in here. Now initially what I was doing is I was getting greedy, and this is probably going to cost me the matchup. I was hoping that the Black Cat would end up working in this one, so I can use Apocalypse into the Infinity Watch and just get a very good efficiency score to make up for any points as far as type breakers would go. And again, I just got greedy when I shouldn't have. I'm going to start this match differently than I did before. Kang is still going to be going first, and I was trying to decide if I want to use the special into the Dorm again. Instead, I'm going to opt to use the special into the Forge, so I can get slows on Gambit, Forge, and Rogue. For Titania's turn, I still use the ultimate into the Rogue, so I can get that Disrupt on her, so I don't have to worry about the reflexive taunt. For Moonstone's turn, I use the special into the Nightcrawler, so I do get the Trauma Stun on him before he gets his turn. Now that it's Apocalypse's turn, I end up staying targeted on the Nightcrawler and using the ultimate. I end up using the Falcon Punch into the Forge, so I don't have to worry about his revive mechanic. For Nova's turn, I end up using the special into the Dorm. And now that it's Kang's turn, I target the Rogue and use the ultimate. That kills everybody except for the Nightcrawler. So now it's 5 vs Nightcrawler, and this is an easy cleanup. For stage 6, because of the Daken being in here, I can't bring both Tangled Web members. So what I'm going to do is swap out the 2099 for Emma, and instead of Nova, because I did use him previously, I'm going to put Cosmic Ghost Rider in here. This should be a pretty easy kill. Spider Weaver will be going first in this matchup. We're going to target the Wong and use the ultimate, hoping that we can get the trauma and the stun on him. So he was able to resist the trauma, but we were able to get that stun on him. For Kestrel's turn, we end up targeting the Heartless and using the special, so we get some nice defensive downs out there. And that hit did almost kill the Daken. For Cosmic Ghost Rider's turn, we end up using the ultimate into the Morgan Le Fay because that Wong is already stunned. And the Kestrel Ping does end up taking out the Daken. For Emma Frost's turn, we end up targeting the Heartless and using the ultimate. For Ironman Infinity War, we use the ultimate as well, and that is able to take out the Morgan Le Fay. Kestrel does the ultimate into the Wong, and Spider Weaver uses the basic into the Agatha. Now that it's Cosmic Ghost Rider's turn, we use that special, and we are able to get another stun on the Wong. Emma Frost is going to use the special, and Kestrel uses the basic to get rid of the Agatha. Now we have very easy cleanup on the Wong. For stage 3, we're going to use our Eternals and Secret Defenders. The Black Cat's going to work here as well to be able to clear those revived onces, and this should still be a pretty efficient matchup. Ms. Marvel Harlot will be going first for us. We're going to target the Phyla-Vell and use the ultimate so we can get a nice turn meter rewind out there. For Black Cat's turn, they all do have the immunities, so we're just going to use the basic into the Gamora. For Ghost Rider Robbie, we target the Nebula and use the special, so we do get the ability block on her. Icarus does end up using the ultimate, and we do get the double tap as we were able to kill that Nebula as well. Cersei does the ultimate on the Moondragon, and that does give us a nice turn meter rewind on the enemy team. Black Cat's turn is back up. We end up using the ultimate into that Moondragon so we can steal her charge. Icarus does the special into the Moondragon that calls the assistant, and we are able to get the kill on the Moondragon and the Phyla-Vell. Ms. Marvel Harlot does the special into the Adam Warlock, and Ghost Rider Robbie is going to use the ultimate, which is able to kill the Adam Warlock, and Gamora bleeds out. And we unfortunately did end up losing this matchup. Our opponent dropped 3 matches while we dropped 4, so that one mistake I did in stage 1 where I got greedy did end up biting me in the butt. Our opponent got 48,973 points, we got 48,580, so we definitely would have won if we didn't make that mistake. I don't want to take anything away from my opponent though, they did fantastic. So let's go ahead, check out the defenses and see what happened. For stage 1, we definitely made that mistake by using Black Cat over Apocalypse because I'd got greedy like I mentioned. By using the Masters of Evil, Nova, and Apocalypse, we got a really good efficiency score on this. We got a 79.65. For stage 2, we did the double sack method into the Spider Society Mephisto Gladiator. We were able to take this out by using Superior 6 in the final hit. We got a 75.64. For stage 3, we end up using our Eternals with the Secret Defenders into that Infinity Watch. We end up getting an 83.65, so that's a very good efficiency score into that Infinity Watch team. For stage 4, we end up using our Cabal, Vulture, and Zombie Juggernaut into that Old Man Logan team. We end up getting an 83.68, so a pretty good efficiency score there. For stage 5, we end up doing that burn attack with the Bifrost team into the Hive Mind Black Knight. We were able to take that out using our new warriors. This got us a 79.55 because of the health bonuses. For stage 6, we end up using Kestrel with Ironman Infinity War, Emma, Cosmic Ghost Rider, and Spider Weaver into the Darkhold Daken team. This got us a 83.62. For stage 1, our opponent tried using Super Skrull, Kang, and some miscellaneous characters into our X-Men Out of Time team. That did end up failing, so they backed out and used their Superior 6 team. It did look like the Superior 6 did almost fail this. This got them a 79.50. For stage 2, my opponent also did the double sack method into the Spider Society Mephisto. They were able to use New Warriors as the cleanup on this in a slight punch up of about 600k. This got them a 75.66. For stage 3, our opponent ended up using their Masters of Evil team into our Darkhold, Quicksilver, Daken team. This got them a 83.64. For stage 4, we were using the Old Man Logan, Nightcrawler, and Annihilators team. Our opponent went full load onto this one by using their Apocalypse, Red Hulk, Super Skrull, Spider Weaver, and Emma. And they didn't even have that great of an efficiency score. This got them at 83.59. For stage 5, our opponent ended up using the Illuminati team in a mirror match against my Illuminati. Theirs is bigger, so this is a punch down for them. This got them at 83.63. And for stage 6, our opponent ended up using their Cabal, Zemo, and Black Cat into our Super Skrull and friends. This got them at 8371. Overall, my defense did exactly what it was supposed to do. It caused a few slip-ups, it made them overinvest quite a bit into that stage 4 team. It was just my fault as far as dropping this matchup because I got greedy. So sometimes trying to get too cute and too greedy definitely can bite you in the butt. I definitely should not have brought Black Cat into that stage 1 team. I should have used my gut, took Apocalypse in there, and just used Black Cat on the Infinity Watch. So this was definitely my mistake. I am going 1 and 2, so I am dropping ranks because I went 1 and 2 the past 2 weeks. I did make quite a few changes to my defense, so hopefully those changes will help me out and help me climb back up in the ladder. Now there's going to be 6 matches left of the season, so definitely try to do your best, hold your positions. I don't believe we're going to be dropping at the end of the season. I think they're kind of done with that, and I really hope they get that trophy situation fixed for everybody. Now if you did enjoy this video and you did end up learning something, please give me a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Until next time, have a wonderful rest of the day.